Welcome, one and all. Is I me, Peco the Peacock, and I am here alone, going to tell you guys a story. Like, why do you keep doing this? Like, I'm right here. Do you not see me? Yeah, I see you, but I don't want to look at you. Anyway, thanks everyone for tuning in with Storytime with Dimple and Peco. No. Peco's first. It's Peco, then Dimple. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. Nonetheless, what we're going to do today is we're going to tell a story, right? Yeah, we're going to tell a story, and I'm going to choose it. It's going to be The Foundling Bird. No. I choose a story of, like, Little Red Riding Hood. What? Yeah, like, we agreed that it was going to be my turn to choose the story. Who said that? You did. Like, seriously. Like, okay, fine. But we're going to do The Foundling Bird or something bird soon, right? Of course. Like, seriously. Like, once upon a time, there was, like, a dear little girl who was loved by, like, everyone. But most of all, it was by her grandma. And soon, she gave her, like, a little cap of red velvet. And then it suited her so well that she would, like, wear it all the time and wouldn't wear anything else. And then, because of that, people started calling her, like, Little Red Riding Hood. You know, it kind of reminded me of, like, this hoodie that I have. Seriously, missing. I can't find it anywhere. Peco, have you seen, like, my hoodie? I know, like, seriously, I know that I left it in here. You've been going on about this for, like, weeks. And you can't find this stupid, ugly-looking hoodie? Seriously? You know how it feels and that you wear it that one time and then... Wait a minute. Aren't we supposed to be talking about a story? Like, aren't you supposed to be telling a story? Just tell a story. Tell a story. Fine. Okay, fine. Okay. Anyway, so one day her mother said, like, to her, "Come, Little Red Riding Hood. Here is a piece of cake and a bottle of wine." Ooh, she got wine. Yes. Get a wine after this. That's a good idea. Get a wine. Can you please just finish the story? Oh my gosh. Well, anyway, she said take the bottle of wine and then take them to your grandmother's house. You know, she's ill and weak. And they, oh my gosh, can we tell? Like, our neighbors are so horrible. Jeez. Oh, they're screwing up my train of thought. Like, seriously, they're screwing up my train of thought. You know what? I need to woosah. Seesaw. Are you serious? Okay. It's ridiculous. You can't get through one freaking... I'm going to read the rest. Anyway, so her mother gave her the goods. Her mother said that they would do her good because she's sick. She said, go into her room and don't forget to say good morning and don't go peeping around every corner. Like, don't go snooping in your grandma's house. Makes sense. Little Red Riding Hood said, I will take great care, Mother. And then she was off. And the grandmother lived out in the woods, half a league from the village. And just as Little Red Riding Hood entered the woods, a wolf met her. Little Red Riding Hood did not know a wicked creature that he was, and was not at all afraid of him. Whither away so early, Little Red Riding Hood? To my grandmother's, she said. What do you got in your apron? Cake and wine, she said. Where does little grandma live, Little Red Riding Hood? You know, why does he keep saying her name? Like, that's so creepy. I mean, something I would do. Like, seriously, it would be something you would do, Peco. I mean, I saw you, like, peeping in on Glib when he was in his lab. What are you doing spying on me? Why are you so interested in what Glib is doing? Anyway, so the wolf asked, where does the grandma live? And, Little Red Riding Hood said, a good quarter of a league further in the woods.
Wait a minute. Why is she telling the stranger where her grandma lives?
I don't know. Like seriously, she's kind of weird, isn't she?
Well, yeah, she's human. Humans are stupid.
Oh, that is just really like seriously kind of like humanist. Just because we're animals doesn't mean that we're abstained to humans. Like seriously, I don't know what your problem is. Like seriously, I don't get it. Sometimes, Pico, you're just like,
Well, that's not for discussion. We're still reading the book. Okay, on to the book. It said, "See, Little Red Riding Hood, how pretty the flowers are about here. Why do you not look around? Ivy." Little Red Riding Hood raised her eyes and the pretty flowers growing everywhere. She thought, suppose I take grandmother a fresh nosegay. And so she ran from the path into the woods to look for flowers. Okay, so she's doing what her mother told her not to do. That's what I'm telling you. Like, she's stupid. She's a kid. Oh my gosh, these kids are, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I mean, I've never been a kid.
like Pico, yes you have. You have been a kid. Everyone's been a kid. Like seriously. Like
It's very vague. And I just don't understand. But you know what the creepy part is? The wolf is just standing there watching her. So creepy. Watching this little girl pick flowers. How creepy is that?
that's I mean, you want to keep reading? Like
Yeah. You can go. Go ahead.
she's like picking flowers for her grandma, and then meanwhile, the wolf ran straight into the grandmother's house and knocked on the door. And then the grandma said,
Who's there?
It's Little Red Riding Hood. Yeah, said the wolf. And, I've been here to bring you, like, cake and wine and open the door, like, stuff.
Wow. That's a good impression. How did you do that?
I don't know. Anyway, so the grandma said,
Lift the latch. I'm too weak and I cannot get up.
and then the wolf like lifted the latch, and then like the door flew open, and then and without saying a word, he like went straight for the grandma's bed and devoured her whole. Her clothes, he put on her clothes and dressed himself up in her cap and like laid himself in the bed and like drew the curtains. So now we're getting into it. And then Little Red Riding Hood, like whatever, however, had been running through and picking flowers, and then when she gathered like as many as she could to carry, she like remembered that she had to go to her grandma's house. She had got like so distracted picking flowers and like chasing butterflies that she forgot about her grandma. Like, what a horrible girl.
Right?
And then she set out to her house, and then she was surprised to find the cottage door was standing open. Like something was wrong. Okay, she's not oblivious. She's not oblivious. And then she called out, "Good morning," but retrieved no answer. And so she went to the bed and drew the curtains, and then she lay her grandma in a nightcap, but the blanket was like over her face. And she was looking very strange. "Oh, Grandma," she said. I think we all know this part, right?
Right.
"Oh, Grandma, what big ears you have." And then the wolf was like, "Oh, the better to hear you with, my child." And then she was like, "Oh, but Grandma, what big eyes you have." And then the wolf was like, "Oh, the better to see you with, my dear." And then she's like, "Oh, but Grandma, what large hands you have. Oh, the better to hug you with." I mean, how does she be believing these lies? Like, these lies are stupid.
Yeah, they're stupid.
And then, like, she's like, but Grandma, what a terrible big mouth you have." And then the wolf is like, "Oh, the better to eat you with."
This funny. Dimple, that was funny. I'll give you that one.
I know, right? Like,
And then what happens is like when the wolf appeases his appetite, he like lies down in the bed and begins to like snore. And you know who snores a lot? It's Rouge. Rouge snores so loud. Like, it's ridiculous. Yeah, it's super ridiculous. Like, he like rocks the house with his snoring and he doesn't even care. And I keep telling him, like, get the surgery already. And then he just hits me.
Okay. He ate Little Red Riding Hood, of course, like seriously. And then began to snore so loudly that like a huntsman who was like walking by said, "The old woman is snoring." Thought to himself, yeah, I must see if anything is wrong. And then came to the bed and he saw the wolf lying there. He said, "I have long sought thee." Oh, because he was hunting the wolf. Oh, wow. Oh, my gosh.
No, he was baking
And then
cookies.
it occurred to him that the wolf might have devoured the grandma. And then he said he might still be able to save her. So what he did not shoot him, but he took a pair of scissors. And then he began to like cut open the stomach of the sleeping wolf.
What? That's crazy. Wow. And the wolf didn't feel that? Oh my gosh. He was still sleeping?
Well, yeah, according to this, like, he was still sleeping. Like, you're still in there. And then, so when he took, like, 2 snips, and he saw the hood shining, and then he took another 2 snips, and then he saw the girls, like, sprang forth. She was still alive. Like, he ate them whole, like an idiot. Then he's just like, how frightened have I been? How dark it was inside the wolf. Duh.
This kid. Oh my gosh. What's wrong with this kid?
He took another 2 steps and the aged grandma came out and she was also alive. She couldn't really breathe. So I guess they had to give him like the Heimlich or like CPR maybe. And then Little Red, she like filled the wolf's body with stones. And so the wolf was asleep during all of this. So because they said that when he woke up, he tried to like run away. But the stones made him so heavy that he fell. And he was dead. And that was it. And then the 3 of them like shouted in delight. And then
So stupid.
the
Oh my gosh.
huntsman
Really... Oh my
skinned
gosh.
him.
What?
Oh my gosh. And went home with the fur.
Oh,
And the
my
grandma
gosh.
ate cake and drank wine. I mean,
Ah,
that's my type of
okay.
grandma. But
Yeah,
and
get
the
it,
little red
girl.
and then
Yeah, that's
Little
wine.
Red thought to herself, as long as I live, I will never be myself. Let myself leave the path to run into the woods when my mother has forbidden me to do so.
Yeah, duh.
And that is the end.
Very riveting. Very riveting.
Whoa. Like, seriously, this is like effed up. This is an effed up, like, story. Like, seriously. Who?
Agree.
I have so many, like, questions.
Yeah, me too. Like, I have so many questions. Like, who the fudge sleeps through a surgery with no anesthesia? Who does that? Who? I don't know. I mean, it was an okay story, Dimple, for you to read,
But I think the Grimm brothers, they may have been on drugs. They may have been tripping, like, seriously, because a lot of their stories make no sense. Yeah, they, like, came up with Cinderella. They came up with, like, Snow White, and they came up with, like, Rapunzel. They're all in there. And there's some other ones, too. I think Sleeping Beauty's in there, too. So, but they're in their version, Cinderella, when she was trying on the shoe, the stepsisters, you know, like, they had to try on the shoe.
she's like, yeah, I know the stepsisters. They're idiots too. Like, you know, but I understand. Like, sometimes you don't want to do anything. That's why you make other people do it for you, right?
No, Peco, no. You pull your own weight, okay? And you don't steal people's stuff. Like, I know you think you stole my hoodie.
I didn't steal your hoodie.
Anyway, but, like, in the story, the sisters were so desperate. Like, oh my gosh. They cut off their toes and their heels to, like, fit their big old feet into the shoe. Isn't that awesome? And awful. It's awful.
Ew, that's gross.
And then, like, what makes it even worse, like, Cinderella had to put on the shoe too, right? But it was, like, filled with blood of her sisters when she put it on. It was, like, squishing between her toes and everything. It was so weird, and
yeah, that's gross, but weird. I like it. That's good. It's kind of. Do you know any other stuff like that?
They did come up with these other, like, well-known fairy tales. So if you really want to, like, get into it, we can get into it. Like, we can get into it. You want to get into it? Like, seriously? Like, seriously?
I don't know. Right? we got to spend some time together. Not that I wanted to spend time with you.
Did I hear that?
Yeah, you didn't hear anything. Okay. Anything.
Okay. All right. Well, anyway, and do you know where I could find the wine? I thought we bought some wine.
I think Rouge has it.
Do you want to take it from Rouge?
Yes. Well, I mean, it's not nice. I know it's not nice.
Well, I mean, do we want to really, like, take something?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Okay. Let's do it. Let's do it. And then on the way, we can look for my sweater.
I don't know where your sweater is.
Oh, okay.